G'day. So in this video, I'm going to show you how we can use Peel.CAD Pro to do manual surfacing. First, you need to launch Peel OS Pro. So there's also Peel.os. So both softwares come with the Peel 3, but the Peel OS Pro has scan-to-cad. So what we need to do is import our mesh. So we go and click on Browse. You can actually import mesh files, but you can also import Peel3D files as well, .p3d files. So if you had scanned in PeelOS, you can import that. So we click on the Hell in Hand and we select Open. And it will import just the mesh. Okay, so in Peel.os, we did a little bit of more, some editing in there already. So if I click on that, you can see there's one that was cut. So I'm going to right click on scan one and select show only selected. All right. And I'm just going to expand the tools out a bit further. Okay. So we had some areas of potential overlapping. So how to fix those is I could get the paintbrush, hold Control, roll my wheel forward, select that. Make sure you get into any areas that you need to. You can grow the selection, so we can potentially pick up that area and just shrink and keep whatever you need to keep. So I'm holding Control and Shift while I'm dragging the paintbrush or any selection tool. Let go Control once you're done and it will deselect. So you just keep holding Shift. Now I'm going to press Delete on my keyboard, then go into the Hole Fill tool, and then just click on the boundary and that will fill that in. Another tool you could potentially use is the sandbrush tool or sandpaper tool. So you just click on that. I'm just going to pin that menu so it pops over to the left here. And then just holding Control, you can just hold Control and your left mouse button down and just smooth out any areas that may be a little bit bumpy. If you uncheck preserve features, it will be a stronger brush. So let's fill this one in. So I'm going to select OK, hole fill, just fill that in, accept, sandpaper, and this time I'm going to uncheck preserve feature, and it will do it a little bit more stronger, like a stronger sandpaper, and then I can filter back to preserve. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And if I want it to be completely watertight, I can just make sure that I hole fill everything else there. I could obviously delete or remove the fingernails is what I'm trying to say. But for what I'm going to show you, we don't need to worry about that right now. So here's a good example of unchecking preserve features, and it would remove that divot a lot better. Okay, so now we're going to look at the manual surfacing tool. So it is only available in Peel.CAD Pro. So what you do is you go to the Entity section, hover on this Auto Surface tool, then choose Manual Surfacing. You can expand the Entities tool here, so it just shows up on the main interface here. So we're going to select Manual Surfacing. Okay, so how it works is that you need to create quads. So for example, I'll click here, and then I just single click, and then double click to create a sharp return. So come along here, I'm going to go right up to here and then double click. Come along the knuckle area and then double click. And then once I get to the fourth corner, double click. And it will go green once you're happy, and you can click on preview. And that will just create quite a smooth surface because we've got quite low control points. So if you want to have more control points, you just slide the slider up. Let's say we choose 20 and then just hit preview again. And it will create a tighter fitting over top of the knuckles. And obviously, if you wanted it the tightest it can be, drag the slider to the right completely and preview, and you can see it's a very closely fitting surface. So then when you're happy, you press OK, and you can have a look at it. Whenever you create a surface in Peel.CAD Pro, you can then compare that back to the scan data. And we're going to choose manual surface. If I go back to navigation and just turn off the manual surface, you can see I'm showing that manual surface and how well it's comparing to the scan data below. I might just delete scan 1, just so there's no confusion here. And we've only got, sorry, scan 1 duplicate, and then we'll just keep scan 1 only. Now, if you want to edit your manual surface, you can. You can right click on it and select edit, and you can keep adding to it. So if I will need to add more quads, I can come over here and then come along, double click, and then come back down, double click. But you need to make sure that you're making quads. So this has now become 5-sided because I've added a segment there. So you have to create 4 sides or 4 corners every time. And to start a new patch, I just hit escape and then I can click there, double click to create a sharp return, then back to there, double click, and then along here. Okay. So to make this work, the only real way to do it now would be to go like that, so that is showing that it's green. Because it needs to be 4-sided every time. And you can adjust the intermediate nodes to make sure that they aren't so bendy. And then the last one should make everything go green. And then you may decide that you want to just create one right across. And then you can preview that. And then you just keep building it and building and building. So we'll just work our way around the hand. And that'll work. Hit escape and then just keep adding to it. So that didn't seem to work. So I'll just turn on transparent. No, it didn't work. So we'll just draw from there up to there. Yeah, double click. Okay, preview anytime you want. And yeah, and just keep working around it. So once you're done as well, if you wanted to, you could create a surface, and then that sends it over to the Peel.CAD Pro tools. So most of the tools I've just shown you, apart from manual surfacing, are included in Peel.CAD. But under now the modeling section on the left-hand side of the navigation and the modeling toolbar, if I just unpin it, here it is here. It's a larger tool suite of solid and surface modeling tools. So for example, if I turn off the mesh for a second, you can see these are the actual surfaces for the hand. And if I wanted to do some surface editing, I could potentially look at like offsetting a surface. And I could say how much I want to offset it by. And it may let you do it, or it may just not work, but that's okay. You should be able to do further surface modeling inside of SolidWorks. You don't necessarily have to send it over to the modeling tools. It possibly would work better if you did just like singular patches. So for example, when I do a manual surface, I'll just do another one. So if I'm just looking at like one singular surface, just add a node there by just clicking and then escaping and then dragging that up. And then double click. Then I can preview that. And before I hit OK, just click Create Surface. So I've then just sent that manual surface number 2 over to the solid tools. Then we'll just try offsetting that one. Maybe by 1 millimeter, just see if it will do it. It may be going in the wrong direction, so we'll try -1. There we go, yep, it's going in the wrong direction. So we could thicken that surface, pick on it in SolidWorks, etc. There is a thicken tool as well, I believe. Extend, offset, fill surfaces, trim surfaces, thicken. So we'll go 1 millimeter and we'll say backward. Will it allow me to do it? No profile selected. Got to click on the actual surface you want to thicken and create that thickened surface. So that will be a solid inside of SolidWorks. Okay. Coming back to the manual surfaces, so the one that we worked on a little bit further, you can just right click on that and also transfer that to SolidWorks and start working on it. So that could be a good way of doing it. Another idea of how to use this hand properly, or in SolidWorks a little bit better, is to create some cross sections. So for example, if I was to create a plane on the end here, it's my start plane. I haven't aligned the hand yet. I could then do a cross section. I could choose that first plane as the start. My initial offset, let's say it's 5 millimeters. Then I want to do multiple cross sections, every kind of like 5 millimeters as well. And I want 30 of them. Then you can see that we can just slice through it. And maybe we'll go 25 and 10mm spacing. Okay, so just bring that down a couple more. Okay, once you've got that, you just press OK. And then those cross sections can be also sent over to SolidWorks, and they'll be on their own plane, and you can kind of snap to them and use them in there as well. So that's just another idea of how you can use and extract more information from the scan data. And just a quick reminder that you can right click on any manual surface and edit it, or just go back into the navigation and just turn off the cross sections. And then you just add more information, more quads. And just keep building up. So as long as it's green, you'll get the result that you're after. And then you just hit preview before OK. And then I'm going to get more and more surface data.